Oh, look at me saying hello, and my phone was literally on mute. It's ridiculous. I gotta get back I gotta get myself back in the zone of going live again, y'all. Hey everybody. Hey Dim, it's Tracy. Hey Karen. Hey Miss Stacy. Hey May May. Hey Sandra. Hey Karen. Let me see. I think I said everybody. Hey, Yolanda. Hey, she's Jessica J. Jessica, you know I love that name. I keep telling you, if I was to ever change my life and decide to be a midlife porn star, I would have to use that name. She's Jessica Jade. Hey, silly rabbit. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Twinkle. Hey, Lita. Hey, Nikki. Lakita sending you prayers and sending you love. Hey, don't poke the bear. I like that one too. Hey, Mockingbird Lane. Good. Whoever is on Kick, stay on Kick. We're going to stay on YouTube today, guys, also. But if you on Kick, stay on Kick because I need those views, guys. I need those watch hours, okay? Hey, Monster. Hey, Diane. Hey, Angela. Let me see. I love you too, Jessica J. Let me Cindy the Fed. Yes. Hey, Connie. Yes, we got two lives going. Connie. It's all your fault. Hey, Godette. Hey, Diva. Hey, D Hava. Hey, Christine. Hey, CP Entertainment. Hey, OG. Hey, Taylor May. Hey, Miss Stacy. I keep saying some of the same name. Hey, Smile Through the Tears. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Save a Child. Okay, guys. So it's gonna be me up here alone today. If anyone wants to come up, you guys are more than able. OG, I'm gonna drop the link. I know you're doing something else also, but if anybody wants to come up, come on up. Okay. So I wanted to go live today. At first, I wasn't gonna go live because I don't want to use this as a moment for views, right? This is not a moment but for views, but I feel like it really needs to be talked about. Um, if for those of you who may not know, Andy was going through a crisis last night. Okay. Now, thank you, Autism Mom. Now, I don't know. Let me say, I want to be as sensitive as possible because I do feel like even though we've been watching Andy and we know his antics, right guys? We know sometimes Andy puts on, we know it. But I do think last night he was going through a moment. Whether it was self-induced, because sometimes guys we battle with our own minds. Sometimes we set ourselves up, right? Thank you, Taylor Made. Sometimes we set ourselves up for these things. I can be one to say, you guys know I'm really transparent. So when people say, "Oh, we don't talk about ourselves," we have talked about ourselves over here at Two Girls One Mic from day one. From day one, okay. And I have been there before. Whether it have been behind just life circumstances, whether it have been behind a relationship, right? And I can only say one relationship have gotten me to that point. To where, I was feeling like that. Whether it to be whether whatever. I've been there before and I'll be a liar if I say that I was not there before. Okay? I'll be a liar. And I don't, once again, you guys know I like to come mask off talking to you guys. I am not a supporter of Andy's in no way, shape, or form, but I am human and I do have a heart. And that's not dismissing the way nobody else feels about the situation. You guys are more than, your feelings are yours, right? And nobody can tell you that they're not valid. Just like nobody can tell me that my feelings are not valid. But last night, I felt like it was more at stake. I felt like Andy was erratic, no matter what the situation was, no matter what caused it, right? And I don't think that it was a money grab because people actually sent him money and he sent it back. Two people sent him money and he sent it back. He said that he had about $2,000 on him and that money wasn't the issue at the moment, right? I think that it was more so because of whatever he was going through in his relationship with his man, right? I think that that's what it is. Because he had mentioned some things. But my concern was him driving erratic, and it's already a holiday weekend. People are intoxicated, and I'm not saying him. I'm saying people in general. They're drinking, and some people, oh, I just had one drink. I just had two drinks, and I'm okay, right? And I felt like I was worried about a lot of people on the road. Him driving erratic, you're crying, you're not in the right mental state. And I felt like nobody's family should have to mourn their family because you are in a bad mental state at that moment. So even through my disdain or my dislike for him, I decided to be human in that moment and talk him down. I felt like I felt like that was more important. We control each other any damn day. We can get up here and tell each other about what we like or what we don't like about each other any damn day. But I felt like it was more important at that time to say, hey, I've been there before. It's okay. What you're feeling is temporary, but you're gonna wake up in the morning with a whole different, state of mind. Don't make a bad decision that you can't come back from after through this. And that, I'm sorry, guys. And I received a lot of messages even last night. People was in my inbox like, F him, go to hell. And I still gotta be me. I wouldn't be that blicky that you all have come to love, and some of you don't like. It's okay. It's okay, because it's more love than more hate. It's okay. I'm not a Facebook status, so I don't expect everyone to like me.
Mm.
But, I just felt like it was important in that moment to possibly save his life or
Mm.
someone else's. Hey, my OG.
Hey, boo. Child, you is so right. I've just been listening. You know, I'm doing stuff, getting ready for stuff, but just doing shit. Anyway,
Right.
not for no 4th of July shit though. We don't celebrate that. So not that we don't do
Listen.
it
Right.
because of ESB's PTSD, but um getting some other stuff together. But I'm just listening because I don't know nothing. I ain't even really been on social media, child, posting and going. But
Right.
and I don't watch none of these folks know how. So,
Right.
but to see anyone struggling like what you're describing and like encouraging whatever would be a negative thing, like that's just crazy to me as adults. You know what I'm fucking saying? Like that's some middle school shit. Like you don't even expect that type of behavior out of in high school. You really start to try to turn that even earlier than that if the parents have any fucking sense, but we can't control that part.
Mm-hmm.
But like to hear that people said that or felt like that is so crazy to me, because what I do know at 49 years old is just as sure as somebody ass is in a crack, your ass can be in that same crack.
Right.
And so you got to always be mindful of, how you attacking others. People be like, oh, they asking for money. They ask. That's their fucking business. And it's up to whoever send it to send it. Why we care about everybody's pockets? Do what you gonna do. Hell, I can't stop you. Why are we mad about that? Or that they can do what they want to do. Ask for whatever they want to ask for. But it sounds like he really was having a a bad day, you know. And that don't mean he having a bad day today. I don't know, but I'm just glad to know that you, regardless, said, wait a goddamn minute now, something don't look right here. Let me just be kind. It's not even about being nice or liking someone. It's just about being kind.
And that's exactly what I felt, right? And it was a lady that went up, Miss Tammy, because he didn't allow me up. He probably saw my name and was like, hell the fuck no. Okay. And that's okay. Because I still prayed for him in the comments. I didn't need the
Mm,
spotlight. Once again, it wasn't about me. I didn't need the spotlight. I don't need no praise because I did what I did because I genuinely know what it feels like to sometime be at that moment. But let me tell you something. Something that my pride is on my damn head, right? My
mm,
pride is on my head and it just won't allow me to have those moments when I turn on the camera and I'm sitting there, performing for the camera like some others, right? Now don't get me wrong, we have our lives over here and I cry. Y'all know I cry happy tears, sad tears, mad tears, all of the above, all of the in between, right? Because like I told y'all, I am 41 years old and Perry is on my ass. Well, let me not say that because I've been a crier since I've had my son. I told y'all my sister told me 20 some odd years ago, what the hell is wrong with you? You're a big crybaby now, right? Like, so I don't know. I cry. It's okay. I cry. And like I said, don't ever mistake those tears for me being soft because I will slice you with the same tears that are coming with the same tears that are coming at my damn eyes. Okay. So don't ever mistake it. Okay. But um I know what it's like. Let me tell y'all. And I told y'all June has not been kind to me. This year
mm,
has been kind of this well, let me not say this year because those who have actually have real personal relationships with me know that it started before this year,
mm.
right? I've had a hell of a rough 2 years. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, hell of even when I was getting up here smiling, running down on bitches, cussing bitches out, picking apart bitches, getting up here telling y'all my life, either good, the bad, the happy, the sad, right? It just was not kind to me. And I know what it's like to have those moments. Once again, I know what it's like to tell yourself, get up and get out of this space. Get up, wash your face, brush your teeth, wash your ass, make your bed, open your curtains. I know what it's like to have those days. Okay? And I'm just good. I'm just also glad that I have the something in me that doesn't let it go too far. Right? Something in me that doesn't let it go too far. Something in me that says my misery doesn't like company. Let me not um hit the button if I'm feeling too upset, right? Because once again, my viewers don't deserve that. Yeah, we're transparent, but they don't deserve a nasty me. They don't deserve that. You can't you like I don't want to give that part to you guys.
Mm.
Um my
Wow.
viewers I don't feel I don't feel like they deserve that. Like we see content creators get up here and they're having a horrible day or a horrible week or a horrible what's the book, the terrible something, it's a children's book, and the terrible no good very bad day, right? You're having one of those days, and instead of keeping it to yourself, they get up here and they project it on their viewers,
Mm. Right. Yeah. That's a
right?
maturity thing, I think. I think that to be able to control yourself emotionally is
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
maturity thing, not necessarily an age thing.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I think that a lot of people are just emotionally immature, you know?
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And so when you start crossing like those types of things where it's like, you know what? Listen, I just can't people today. Cause if I
Mhm.
people today, I cannot be the best version of myself.
Mhm. Mhm.
And to
Mhm.
be able to identify that in yourself, to be like, hey, listen, okay, I know I said I was gonna hang out, but I ain't really peopling. So I best to stay at the house. It ain't personal, that's just what it but the truth is we have to create environments where we can be that honest.
Mhm.
Where
Mhm.
there's no judgment because you just are being honest, you being transparent, not with everybody. That's just
Mm-hmm.
foolery. I'm talking about with those that you know you can be
Mm-hmm.
transparent with, who aren't gonna judge you, because there are people out there, but it's not everybody. That's what people fuck up at in real life, and then they get hurt, and then they miss people, because they aren't over shit. But all of
Mm-hmm.
that starts with us setting boundaries and realizing and admitting with ourselves the reality of what we're dealing with. And if we are
Mm-hmm.
dealing with certain things, it is our responsibility to get the help we need.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this
Mm-hmm.
is going for everyone who doesn't have a competency or impairment type issue that prevent them from being able to speak for themselves. Where someone, a doctor or someone would say, well, hold on, we got to ask somebody else. This is not for those people. This is for those
Mm-hmm.
adults who can choose what the fuck they doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I think it's a maturity issue. I think that you just realize, wait, I can't just go out there and be an asshole because I stay ready to pop a hoe. Like I can't
Right.
go out there and just act like that.
Right.
And I think that realizing that, I think that that really takes a level of maturity, not an age thing. And some people just don't get it.
Right. And also because you have to realize that just like you're having these days, many other people are having these days. And just
Mhm.
because I may be rough and tough, don't mean that the next person that's having that day is not rougher and tougher. And I
Mm.
may meet my demise. You understand? As rough and as tough as rough and as tough as I am, this person may have absolutely nothing to lose and may be ready to take it to hell. Okay?
Yeah, I mean straight there. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Get your ass over there.
Right. So God take no dreams on Neptune. And sometimes if you're not absolutely in that space where you're ready to take it to hell, or you feel like you're ready to lose everything, sometimes you just gotta shut the hell up. You
Listen,
gotta learn to shut
sometime
the hell up.
sometime first appearance is Monday and it's a Friday.
Okay. 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 I mean, so once again, even though I'm not a fan of Andy's, right? I'm very hip to his shenanigans. I'm very hip to his just the way he move on this app. Yesterday, something in me was like, this is not a moment to tell him, oh, shut the hell up, or this is not a moment to call his bluff, right? Because no
Mm,
matter how I feel, I would never want to turn, no matter if I like you, dislike you, no matter if I agree with the way you live your life or don't, I would never want to turn on this app and see that an accident was caused somewhere
mm,
and it impacted him and other people's family members because of a bad day.
right. Mm-hmm.
Because once again, driving like that, you're snotting and
Oh.
thank you guys. You're snotting and smell through the tears. I don't even think I saved the public. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of people, was in there talking him down. Hey, Kids for Kidneys. Well, Andy was having a moment yesterday, a very bad moment, and he chose to get in the car and drive in that state of mind, right? And I just it bothered me once again because I know what it's like
Mm,
to have those days. And once again, he doesn't have his mom. He doesn't have really nobody to call. And people were in the comments. Let me please tell you guys something. And I know a lot of people who are new coming over here are gonna be like, "Oh my god, oh my god, did he just say that?" You please, some of y'all need to get your head from out of this lady's ass.
mm. Who
Okay.
asked? Who you?
Um, Tiana's, right?
Mm,
And when I say this man is in the middle of a breakdown of a whatever, whether it's self-induced, whether it's relationship, um, or how can I say that? Chemically induced, whatever it is to induce, financially induced, and people are like, call May. She's gonna come over and save you. She's gonna put on that cape and she's gonna save you. No, we were just telling her, and she's looking, and lady is out living her goddamn life. She ain't even stopped to save a goddamn daughter a couple of weeks ago when her daughter came up here begging. What
Oh.
the hell make you think that she's gonna drop everything and put on an extra large 2XL? And I'm a big girl, so I can say that. Shut up. A 2XL super cape and go and save this man. Okay, like you guys are like, good call, May. Where's May? She's coming right now. Well, she's on her way. It was like, okay,
Wow.
and then you got his friends that are in the comments because not a lot of people were trolling, right? Not a lot of people
Oh,
were
well, that's
trolling.
good.
No, but you had his friends or so-called friends or enablers in the comments, like they were like, yeah, because all the haters. I guess they wanted to approach. They really wanted to say something to me, tell me to get my fat black ass from over there, but they didn't know how to say it without me cussing them
I
out, so
wish
they
a
didn't.
motherfucker would.
So they didn't, right? But they were like, you, this is for the real people. You know, the day ones, for the day ones that really got your back, the ones that send you stuff, and the ones that do we really praying for you because all these other people, they just here the no, honey. And I'm like, I
Mm.
would never want friends like you guys because if I'm in a moment where I'm on my knees and I'm telling everybody like, listen, pray for me. And if you're gonna call authorities, call them. He even brung up that he had a warrant. That's how I know he wasn't in his right state of mind because he
Oh,
brung up that he had a warrant. Okay, the cops are at his house,
Jesus.
and he even brung up that he had a warrant, and he know how these people use these things. So this is how I know he wasn't in the right
Mm.
state of mind. But let me tell you something. If I ever got a friend, or I call somebody a friend, and in the moment of me telling them that I need help and that I'm weak and I'm on my knees, and all they can address is the haters, please take a list and write all them names down so when I come back to, I know who the fuck to cut off.
Mm.
Okay? Because in the moment that it's supposed to be about me and you taking your time to address some people who absolutely don't motherfucking matter, that you can't even truly be genuinely concerned about your friend, I need
Right.
those who love me. I need one person out the list. While everybody else is checking on me and making sure that I'm coming down and that I'm breathing, I need one person to make a list and check that bitch twice and write the names up there. So when I come to, I know who the fuck to get rid of.
Mm. Mm. You, mm. Child, you got to be mindful who around you, especially when you going through shit.
Right.
Cause when the shit hit the fan, that's when everybody show you who the fuck they is. Then
Right.
and you got to get rid of them. Like you not gonna keep doing the same fucking shit, and we not gonna keep apologizing. And listen, one thing I don't like is a ride that do a loop de loop. Baby, you not
Mhm.
turn me up the fuck side down. I don't like that type of shit, and I ain't going for it.
Right.
Like, like,
Okay.
like, it looped me one time. I would never get on that motherfucking ride again. Let me be real clear in real life. So, like, why people and let's be clear, this isn't because I haven't been on the loop de loop. This is because I understand now how foolish it was.
Right. Shit, I
So
understand
you
it, and I still be on the loop de loop, and not about a
mm,
relationship, not about things like that, right? Not about a relationship. Because right now, nigga, right now, I just understand it's either shit is
Mm,
gonna be or it ain't gonna be, right? Right? That's just
mm,
it. You can't make a motherfucker do shit that you want them to do if they don't want to motherfucking do it, right? So, but
okay.
there are times once again, and it's about once again, my child could get me there. My finances, me trying to climb myself out of this financial hole, right? And doing a little bit of everything is still not being able to see the sun through this hole. That shit gets me there. So like I told OG and them this week. What I told y'all, I had my days this week, and I had to just let it. I just had to let myself have those days, and I went completely ghost. Everybody was
Mm.
inboxing me. Everybody was checking on me, like, "Hey, hey, OG ain't hear from me the second day." She was like, "All right, now I ain't hear from you. What's up?" I'm just checking on you again because I ain't get no reply yesterday, so I'm just checking on you. We have those days, right? And I came live the other
Mhm.
day and I asked everybody, what do you guys do when you have those days, right? What do you
Mm.
do? What are your coping mechanisms, coping mechanisms? Madam says she's like to bake. I said I can't bake no more because honey, if I bake anymore, I'm gonna be on 600 pound life. That's just not conducive with me trying to be on this GLP-1 and lose this weight, right? I done lost 24 pounds. If I bake, I'm gonna eat the whole brownie myself
Ooh-wee.
with some ice cream and some chocolate syrup on the side,
Oh yeah, Lord, that go good together.
right? So I can't do it. A lot of people, said that they have plants. They listen to music, they write, they exercise. They bitch, I'm fat. I'm trying to exercise. Okay, don't throw no more shots. I'm trying to exercise, right? Some people said they garden. And when I say they garden, I mean the greenery, not the actual plants in the yard and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Calling out nonsense.
Right.
Calling out nonsense. Thank you for the congrats on the 24 pounds, y'all. Let me see. Calling out nonsense said, did anyone say they go live and blow their nose with a washcloth? Girl,
What the
I was
hell?
hoping I'm just glad that he blew his nose because the shit was hanging. And I was like, I could do a lot of stuff, but I can't do mucus. So I was gagging in the midst of
No.
praying. I was gagging. And y'all
And you
know I don't
kept
like to
praying?
and y'all know
Wait,
I don't like to gag unless it's on some penis.
sis,
Sorry,
stop right
sorry.
there, sis.
Yes,
So you
honey.
were gagging and kept praying?
Yeah, I was still because
Ooh,
it
you
was
was
but
committed.
and y'all know I don't like to gag unless it's on a big, big, big one, honey. Big,
Oh
big black one.
Lord. Somebody
Hi.
gotta do it.
Y'all know this is still two girls, one mic, okay? This is still two girls, one mic.
Hey,
Okay.
it's still who the fuck it is over here now.
Right. Jennifer, I'll inbox you. I'm taking a semaglutide plus B12. I'll inbox you and send it to you, baby girl. So, um, I'm just saying, like, we it's about having things to cope, right? I noticed that um, when I did smoke marijuana, right? When I did indulge, I think that it heightened everything that I was feeling. And sometimes you have to realize when those chemicals don't necessarily mix with you
Right.
because they don't mix with everybody. So
That's right.
sometimes you have to sit back and say, wait, is this doing me justice or is this allowing me to feel everything that I'm feeling to a greater magnitude? I just think that you have to be very self-aware. And once again, I think that Andy has got on his app and behaving badly has worked for him just
Mm.
like other people. Just like he's not the only one. We
Right.
see it on the west side. We see it on the south side. Shit, we see it when we act badly. When we get up here acting badly and we cuss a motherfucker out the hell. Them cash apps be coming in. The love be coming in. The room is filled. Everybody cheering. Woo, 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 woo. But when we in here praying and when we in here uplifting, the views are a little different. And it's okay. Cause I'm still gonna be me. I'm still gonna cuss a bitch out the days that I'm gonna cuss a bitch out. And I'm still gonna uplift you sometimes in the same motherfucking live. Cause I am that contradiction. I am a walking contradiction. I will cuss you out and pray for you in the same sentence. I'm okay with that. Just like I know me, I hope some of you that judge know yourself.
Ooh. Ooh, that's good right there. Yeah.
I hope that when you
Ooh.
come in here and you be like, oh, she was just praying yesterday. Now she cussing a bitch out. I hope you be like, well, damn, that bitch self-aware because she told me this what she was gonna do. And I hope that you know
Mm.
yourself just as well as I know me.
Mm.
Okay.
Baby. That'll preach on a Saturday.
And I ain't even trying to.
Oh,
I ain't
baby,
even
that
trying.
right there will preach.
Right.
Ooh, cause baby, let me tell you something. Anytime you see a lot in somebody else that you don't like, and it's like, and it really irks you, like bothers you, not that you don't like it, because you like, why in the fuck are you like that? But it really like is a irk for you. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
times that either that or something similar, even though it may look different, it's something you do
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But self-awareness, you know that now, baby, that take time for
Mm-hmm.
some of
Mm-hmm.
us, because some of us we were survivalists. So we just survived whatever the fuck, that's what surviving mean, whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna leave that there. But once you began to shut that off, then you realize, there's a lot of shit that just fucked up about you.
Right.
And I don't care who
Right.
you are. We all have shit to work on with ourselves. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That sweep around your own front door for you try to sweep around some fucking body else's is the realest shit ever. Bitch, is
Mm-hmm.
your broom is furry at the end. You can't even sweep good with that bitch no more.
Right. I had to toss
And you
mine
over
out
here
and get a
looking at
new one.
somebody else y'all front door.
I
Oh,
had to
your
toss my
broom ain't
broom
even
up.
no good.
I had to toss my broom out and get a new one, okay? Because that bitch, hold on. And every time I sweep up some more shit, it's like, here I go stepping in some more shit. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
thought I did this shit. Like, the shadow work is ugly. It's ugly. But once again, I think that yesterday I saw something different in him. I'm not different in him, right? Because he gonna be this continue to be the same old Andy until he doesn't want to be. But
Mm.
yesterday, something different spoke to me. Let me say that something different spoke to me instead of me, doing the usual shit. Because I will never get up here and I will never call anybody's bluff. I don't care if they lying. I don't care if they're putting on for whatever. I don't want to be the judge of that. I'm not gonna get up
Hmm.
here and say, "I bet you won't, ho. I bet you won't, ho." Okay, because honey, I don't want that shit on my conscience. I don't want that shit on my conscience. So
Hmm.
if it is for financial, if it's for a view, if it's for whatever, honey, it's karma. It's gonna catch up with you eventually. If you are putting these people on an emotional roller coaster and
Hmm.
tugging at people's hearts through their pockets
Hmm.
and not being truthful about your behavior or about your whatever, it's gonna it's karma escapes no one. It's gonna come back.
Right.
But I never want to be the one to call your bluff and you're like, and it's just that day. You call a motherfucker bluff and it's that day that they answer it.
Hmm.
I don't want to do that.
Cause
So I'm
mhm.
sorry. So a lot of times I'll just watch.
Right.
A lot of times I'll just watch. I won't even really have too much commentary on shit like that. You
Mm-hmm.
guys been here before. You guys know that. I won't even have too much commentary on shit like that
Right.
because it's a sensitive spot for me. Because I've
Right.
been crying. I've been at a point where I've been crying and I've been laid in my bed for 3 days, lights off, TV off, and not lights off as if like they shut it off. No, I physically got the motherfuckers turned off because I want to be in a room with my
Mm.
room dogger than curtains. You understand? I've been in that place where I've been mentally shut off for days where people are calling my phone like, yo, if you don't answer, we're gonna send the people to your house for a wellness check.
Mm. Mm.
I've been there. So it's a sensitive place for me. So I try not to speak that much on because I've been there, and then I've been in a place where maybe my sister or my girls have came around, and they may be talking to me like, yeah, bitch, because we was gonna send the people to your house if you ain't answer the phone because such and such and such and such and such and such.
Mhm.
And they may say something to make me laugh. And god damn it, here I
Mhm.
am laughing, smiling, and laughing through this. Here we go. Y'all know I love Smile Through the Tears name, right? Even though she hell on wheels, y'all know I love her name. Here I am smiling through the motherfucking tears.
Right.
Here
Right.
I am coping with my chaos.
Mm.
I've been there before. And then, but to the other eye, it'll be like, well, damn, bitch, you was just laying in bed, you was just defeated, you was just there, and here you are with a smile on your face.
Mhm. Mhm.
Thank God, thank God, thank God for that, because I could have been on the total opposite end, on the opposite end.
Right. Yep. You know, I have me and BSB, we're both veterans, so I see I have learned not to ever, and listen, I ain't seen none, I don't know nothing, but I
Right.
have learned not to ever assume when someone will or won't,
Mm-hmm.
um because even when I was actively working, nursing, I never, and as a corpsman, like I never really understood it until, you know, I really
Mm-hmm.
started looking, and it started hitting closer to home. Like, we have each lost people that we, BSB got 9 deployments that, to war zones. He has
Mm-hmm.
lost people
Mm-hmm.
that he served in those type of environments. They're mentally strong, they have family support. For those that don't know, in 2023 BSB had an attempt on himself, and it rocked me. For those close to me, you knew it, you lived through it with us,
Mm-hmm.
but it rocked me because of who I know my husband, my best friend to be.
Mm-hmm.
We never know. So I say that to say, not that you got to give or feed into, or change it doesn't change the things that you don't like about someone. However, what you choose to say and put into the atmosphere as an adult is just that, your choice.
Mm-hmm.
And you just don't ever know when it is that point.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
I think people, listen, life is full of lessons and experience, and that gives each of us our perspective. You can't have a perspective without going through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to talk about this stuff. We have to be honest. We have to say, wait a minute now, that shit hit me a little different than usual. I normally wouldn't pay attention, but I think that's very important.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes that, and I say this all the time, this internet shit is weird.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to always remember we got to live with us every day. This internet shit isn't real life. And
Right. And
anybody
I'm
acting like it's
oh,
real
say
life
that
is
shit.
delusional.
Say that shit. And it
Let
may
me
not
be
be, and I'm never gonna for a giggle, for a like, for a view. I'm never gonna come up here and do some shit that go against me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that important for me.
Right.
It's not. I'm
No.
sorry.
Oh no, that's all right. I see where Silly Rabbit said, are we still talking about Andy? No, I think that this was just something that was seen and experienced, and so we talked about it. But when you begin to talk about things in research and in conversation, I like to sit around people where that conversation can grow and get bigger. Whether we laughing, because sometimes, baby, we might crack jokes back and forth. That's some shit. That what we do. Or whether it's serious, like there's always value what someone's experience or perspective is, even if there's one subject matter.
And like Smile Through the Tears said, for some, this is their real life. And it is. For some,
Mm-hmm.
and this is why I wanted to be real cautious last night when I saw him going through this. Because once again, um, some people do cry wolf. But what if it's that one day that they're not crying wolf? There's always that possibility.
Mm-hmm.
There's always that possibility. Because sometimes when people think you're crying wolf, you really want to be saved, right? You really want someone to hear you. You really want someone to feel you. You really want someone to come and pull you up out that spot, because the only alternative sometimes is you sitting in that spot by yourself, and sometimes it gets nastier, and sometimes people don't know how to pull themselves up out of that spot. So damn, the only people I do know, let me talk to them. Maybe somebody can talk me up out of this, because I really don't want to be there, but I feel it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
maybe me reaching out, and you know, I just, yes, and Smile Through the Tears. It took a lot for me. Silly Rabbit said I've gone through some serious depression and I bought my own ass out. Yes, and
Say that.
unfortunately, some people don't know how to. But when I tell
Mm.
y'all, when I be making the phrase up and I say I learned how to put my cuckoo back in the clock, I literally learned how to put my cuckoo back in the clock. All right, bitch, you're doing too much. Put it, get up.
Clock
Get up.
it.
Get up. When I tell y'all that, that's where that phrase come from. Me putting
Mm.
my cuckoo back in the clock, me checking myself, me, me sitting in my shit and saying, all right, bitch, you're doing entirely too much. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's the alternative, right? What's the fucking alternative?
What else
What
can we do?
Right. What else can we do? Because sitting in this shit mad angry, the breaking up your own shit that you pay for. God damn it,
Mm.
you a fool. Because when you come to, you gotta do, and I'm not saying that nobody else is a fool for doing it. I'm saying the shit that I had to tell myself. Like, bitch, you in here destroying your own shit. Like, and this is not recent, y'all. Like when I say that I've had these, I have my moments now, but my moments are very, very subtle, very calm,
Mm.
very me shut the fuck up ish. Okay, very, very me putting my top lip to the bottom lip and me shutting the fuck up. And I may be in that zone for a couple of days, okay? And y'all know I talk a lot. So for me to do that, it's like, okay, bitch, you're going through something. But I've had those, I would say maybe not even 6, 7 years ago. I was crash out blicky.
Mm.
I was crash out blicky. Like, I know what it's like to be in the store and to be buying something that you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do tonight, and I'm gonna keep it there because
Mm.
I don't want to get flagged. But I know how real it can get,
Right. Yep. So calling
and
out.
this is
Oh,
right.
sorry.
Go ahead, baby. Go ahead, boo.
Oh no, I was just gonna read her comment and respond, so I don't want to cut you off.
No, you good. You good, baby.
Oh, she said, that part, because I can't comment on Kick. I don't know what the hell, but I can't comment on that. But and then I seen another comment too. That part, April. So when your reality is that you only have people you have never spoke on the phone or laid eyes on, this is time for a 12-step program or group therapy. Live and in person, not hit the live button. What if by his actions he spoke to someone who was on the verge and his behavior pushed them to their breaking point? The thing is, this how I feel about that, because again, I ain't seen it. I would not see it. I'm not gonna even look to see it. Just what the fuck it is. Don't send it to me. I don't give a damn. I don't look at my messages. Period. So, um, the truth is, it is not our place. And hopefully, if someone that watches him is on the verge, like they need, that's why these type of conversations are so important, because sometimes people be like, I don't know what to do. They get in crisis and they just don't know. What I'm saying is, we he a grown man. We can't make him or tell him to do a 12-step program or group therapy. This man continually does what he knows works for him, as do most humans. The thing is, as we mature and learn different things, we operate differently. But if he chooses to hit the live button, that's the same as if I'm going through over here or Blicky going through and us choosing not to hit the live button, right?
Mhm.
So everyone has the right to have an opinion once you hit that live button. Listen, hear me. Everybody is grown. However, we don't have to be hateful. We can be kind no matter what. You don't have to watch. You don't have to encourage the negativity. As adults, that is your choice, just like it's his choice to come on live with it. I
Right.
think that's the craziest shit ever when somebody run to a fucking live to do some foolery. Let me be real clear. For me, I feel like that's some strange behavior. But that's how I feel about it. I can't tell nobody else how to feel about it. I just don't watch shit that I don't want to watch. I don't watch shit that I don't find entertaining. I don't find storylines of people going through entertaining enough to follow it. I'll laugh on Jack page. I might laugh or talk about it when we talk about it, but I don't watch that shit because I feel like some you just never know, and that's my choice, right? So I feel like it, just don't watch it. Just don't let him move you. It's his choice to hit the live button, and it's other people's choice to have an opinion at that point, and whatever it is, it is. But all I think we're trying to say is sometimes we have to get to a place where we choose kindness instead of,
And I
you
also
know.
think that people need to and I also think that people need to if you are someone who has your own issues and struggles with depression or with whatever, I think you have to really think about who you invest in your time into watching. Because let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you something. I um anyone that you um I have since, with dealing with everything that I've been dealing with this month with my son, and just everything, and with work and with everything, I have not been on Facebook. I have chose not to watch the negative. I have
Mm.
chose not to engage. I can't tell y'all. I catch a whiff. I check in with Connie because y'all know that's my girl. So I check in with my girl over there, and I'll see Glam posting, and I'll see some of Jack Live because that's my boo from the West Side, and I'll see a little bit of what's going on through them, but I check out. Yeah, I check out really fast because right now I'm in a space where I only want to laugh. I need positive. So if I'm in a certain headspace, I know that I can't even watch and to give and put my energy into watching certain things because what is it gonna do? It's not gonna uplift me in no way. It's not gonna make me laugh in no way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna do nothing but damper my mood even more. So if you're someone who already has your struggles, I don't suggest that you watch someone who is up here dealing with their depression in not a positive way. Because once we can have these conversations as a community, right? We can have these conversations as a community, like, hey, what do we do? What are some tips that you guys have, right? That get you through those bad moments. What are some things that you guys do? What are some resources we can put? Call 988 safe, text 988 safe, which you know that they will
Right.
be on the phone with you until you are in a better space. It's 100% confidential unless you are at the space of hurting yourself or someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's 100% confidential, and them people will be on the phone with you for 28, 24 hours if you need to, right? And I just know that I can't invest my mental right now into certain places. I can't it's going to cost me more than
Right.
anything. So, I'm on TikTok laughing at the wardrobes of TikTok, the Dre babies, the watching the Taylor girls. I'm up there watching something that's going to make me laugh and make me and give me the extra push like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I've been doing like this past whole month, that since I've got that call that my son was unresponsive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've
Right.
been literally zoned completely out of the Facebook things. And
Mm.
I don't even know how Andy happened to come across my timeline yesterday. But when he came across my timeline, I sat back and I watched silently before making a rash decision. And I was like, damn, something was just like, pray for him. So in
Mm.
that moment, I just wanted to pray that that he felt like he was enough. Because I'll be a lie if I say that I've never been in a relationship where I felt like I wasn't enough. Once again, it was bigger than a relationship. In that moment it was a relationship. But then when I pulled back, I realized, nah, bitch, it was childhood trauma. It wasn't even the fucking nigga. It wasn't the relationship. It wasn't the dick. It wasn't nothing that the person was doing for you. It was childhood, unhealed childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm.
And you was putting it on this person. God damn it, bitch, I would have left too. Because you was putting it on this person.
Mm.
Not even knowing inadvertently what the hell you was doing.
Right.
Now, as for Colette, I know Colette said, hey, what do you feel about the people who called? I felt like it's unfair for the people who called the cops on him to get a bad rap or to be disrespected today. Because I saw a lot of his supporters disrespecting him in the live. Like, oh, people are crazy. People it is. No, he got in the car and he was driving erratically.
They should have called the police. Let me see somebody out there I can tell they under the influence or think they might be. And you out there driving reckless, I'm gonna run your tag straight to the people.
I reported him to Facebook.
And that's
Hello. And I
exactly
didn't
how the
report
hell you
him.
on live.
Right. And I didn't report him as like, oh, take this live. No, it has the option. Do you think this person is in trouble? Do you think this person is a harm to themselves or someone else? And I hit that
Mm.
button.
Listen, certain shit you just call the people on. People doing something that will harm other people like that. Somebody hurting a goddamn child. And if a motherfucker dox you.
Right. Right. I hit that
Like,
button
that's
last
it.
night because I felt like he really needed it. First of all, you're on a roll, you're driving erratically, and then you barely got your eyes open while you're driving. You're snotting, you're bugging out.
Mm.
Did once again, this is a holiday weekend, and not only do you have to be worried about how you're driving, you have to be alert to make sure that other people are driving safely. And you wasn't
Mm.
in no place. He wasn't in no place to responsibly gauge neither, in my opinion,
Ooh wee. Mm.
which made him a danger to himself and to other people on the road.
That's right. He can't if he was snotting like y'all saying, talk about that motherfucking cloth and I don't want to talk about it because the thought of it made me want to ooh wee. Mm-mm.
Right.
But he out there, you crying. Like, listen, if you ever have been real upset or in a situation where you've had to drive like that, There ain't no way you gonna sit up here and tell me that you really was safe driving like that. It doesn't mean
Right.
you haven't, but it really like that is just not safe. You're impaired mentally, like your response time, what you're seeing, because your eyes are full of water. Everything is watery covered. Like opening your water eyes under in the pool water. It's got that, like you can't your react, all of that is off. So I'm glad whoever called, I'm glad they called, and I hope them people came and assessed him, and if necessary did what they need to do. Hell, they the professionals, not fucking
Couldn't
me.
be. They couldn't because he was watching his cameras and he saw them there. So he stayed gone until they came, until they left, and then he went back because he stated once again that he has a warrant and he knows that if
Oh, I forgot that part.
he goes back, he knows that they were gonna. He said in his for some reason he said that his warrant, that he's listed as like as armed because they know he has a pew pew, and how they come and they already have the things out, and drawn on him and all this hoopla about why he couldn't go back. So he waited until the coast was clear. He drove to the dispensary, which in my opinion was like, what the fuck? Anyway, he drove to the dispensary, got his shit, drove someplace else, and then went back home when he claimed the coast was clear.
How the hell? How the hell you on live talking about you running from the God, I tell you, baby, this internet is not a real fucking place.
Right.
This shit is delusional. Now wait
Right.
a goddamn minute.
Right.
Now you up here and got an active warrant. That's just ludicrous. What are you doing?
And then you actually tell the people, knowing that you have some people who absolutely do not like you and will absolutely use that, and and do what
Yeah,
they do. You was up here
right.
telling the people.
And my next thing is, this is just another example of the level of his lack of maturity. Because here we fucking go again. When you mature, accountability is a big motherfucking factor.
Mm-hmm.
And you not being accountable because you wouldn't have no warrant if you was. Now go
Mm-hmm.
up there, see them motherfucking people. Do it ain't nothing that serious, cause I don't think I don't know that he would do anything that crazy, but go on up there and take care of that. It's time you be accountable. How you going around, baby? You just fucking tripping. Yeah, he need
Right.
to grow up. I don't. Oh Lord, he
He
needs
need
some.
to
He
talk to
needs some
him.
people around him. You
Mm-hmm.
can't sit a
Mm-hmm.
bunch of people around
People
you that
around
think
you that.
like you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got to sit. I don't ever like to be the smartest bitch at my table.
Okay.
Now everybody can't sit at my table, but I do not like to be the smartest bitch. I don't like to be the slowest hoe there either. But I do not like to be the smartest bitch in my group. And I don't like when everybody got the same strengths and weaknesses I do. Baby, how the hell we gonna build a team if we all around here doing the same dumb shit? That don't
Mm-hmm.
work. I don't like people who are jealous or envious. Like you got, but he got to be mindful. Like, how in the hell ain't nobody around you telling you that you need to motherfucking go
And sit down and talk
and
to some
handle your
fucking body.
goddamn business? Ain't he a nurse or something? Or he don't
Right.
do that no more?
No, he still is.
Yeah, how the fuck? What the hell? Baby, listen,
Hello to
I don't
everybody who just
understand.
came in. I got questions. Hello to
I
everybody who
got him.
just came. Hello to everybody who just came in the room. Happy Saturday. Happy 4th of July. And to Teresa, I'm sending you love because I know that this is a trigger for you, because I know that you have shared with us, about your son and grandson.
Hmm.
So I'm just sending you some love. But I also think that this guy needs to sit down and he really needs to talk to someone, and
Yes.
it's okay to not be okay, guys. Everybody is not waking up smelling the flowers every damn day, okay? And a lot of motherfuckers are lying about it, and it's okay if they lying about it. It's okay, whatever you got to do to get you through the day, okay? It's okay. As Tibby would say, just lie about it. Okay, just lie about it. Do what you do. Just do what you do. Whatever is getting you through the day, whatever is getting you to that next moment, whatever is giving you that push, just do it. But it's
Yeah.
also okay to admit and to that you need a little bit of assistance. Whether it be chemically, it's a chemical assistance, okay?
Woo
With
woo.
okay, or whether it be you sitting there and you talking to someone who can't use it against you in a negative kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. It's okay, honey.
Mm-hmm.
We would not have a need for these things if everybody can just talk themselves down off that fucking ledge.
And let's be clear. If you currently living in America, you motherfucking ought to have a counselor.
Okay.
Baby, listen, counseling is for strong people. Cause see, everybody think counseling do one thing, but what counseling does, a good counselor, a good therapist, everybody don't need a psychiatrist because everybody don't need meds. But
Right.
everybody can use a motherfucking counselor or a psychologist. You just can. You need somebody to fucking talk to because let me tell you something. They make you look at you. A therapist worth anything will never let you leave that room without figuring out what the fuck you gonna do to better you. Even after you tell them all your stuff, all the shit you done survived, all your baby. When I tell you my therapist, baby, Lord have mercy. I know he be, and I see a male therapist because y'all know I am be aggressive. Aggressive. We talk about all the essaying, all my childhood, baby. We talk about everything, but it's damn sure a man. Cause them women, baby, they get something. They something. I can't talk with them like I need to. But I'm able to talk to them because they're able to help me figure out how I need to proceed. Because as adults, that's the only control we fucking got.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that is what therapy is really about. And everybody need to fucking go. I don't care what your life was like, baby. You ain't got to have the traumas I got. That don't make no mother. I don't care about that. You need somebody to fucking talk to. Make sure your ass doing what's best for you and you know you.
And you can't, and sometimes you can't go to your family and your friends. Cause let me tell you something, my family don't take shit serious, okay? They gonna sit you down, they gonna pull you a couple of shots, they gonna roll you up a couple of big green blunts, and they gonna tell you, drink your way through it, smoke a blunt, go to sleep, you gonna wake up okay. Honey, I may
That's
not
how we
need
do it.
this may not be what I need in the moment, honey.
Mm.
This may not be what I need in the morning. I may not need some jokes and drink in a blunt and take a nap and wake up and you. This may not be what I need in the moment. Some people may be okay with that, but honey, I want to slay my demons. I just don't want to put them to sleep. I want to slay them.
Mm.
I want
Yep,
to
but
slay
you
them and I
gotta
want to
be
bury them.
ready.
Okay. I want to slay them and I want to bury them. So I have been at a point where I have been self isolating. I
Mm.
have been self isolating. If I don't feel like answering the phone, God damn it, I'm not answering the phone. If I don't feel like responding to a text, God damn it, I'm not responding to a text. If I don't feel
Well,
like going, if I don't feel like going live, Coco don't run. All my baby is running because of these damn things. I've been medicating her with her hemp, and I'm gonna have to give her hemp real soon because they just started, and my baby just ran behind the chair. She just jumped off the bed and ran behind the chair.
listen here, they've been going since fucking Thursday over here. Baby, I'm so
Okay.
fucking tired, and I know I got one more day, baby, because they ain't gonna stop till Monday.
Oh no, they ain't gonna stop the August out here. And the crazy thing is that out here we can't tell if it's a 9 millimeter
What
or
the
if it's
pew
a
is.
or if it's right or if it's just some damn fireworks. So listen, everybody duck
Mm-hmm.
if I will find out later. Um, like I I hate this time. You know, anybody who have pets, I know. Listen, honey, or people with PTSD, or if you got pets in the house, I know y'all know this is a horrible time for our babies. Okay,
Mm-mm.
because honey, she's been on that hemp all heavy, and I gotta give her a little bit more because she just y'all. If y'all would see the way she hopped off my bed and ran behind my recliner, I'm in a recliner. She didn't even jump on me. She ran behind the recliner. Okay, my baby is nervous. Um, I don't know, guys. I'm just praying for anybody who needs it once again. And just praying that, people really sit and start having these real conversations with themselves
Mhm.
because
Mm.
it's needed. Um, if he felt like going live was the thing to get him a little bit of help, thank you to the viewers who picked up the phone and called 911. Okay, because I
Mhm.
think that he was at that place. And thank you to the ones who actually did something and helped, right? And just
That's
to the
right.
ones who were in there trolling, sometimes it's okay to just remember what they used to say. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, just don't say nothing at all. Sometimes it's okay to not say nothing at all, because I don't know about y'all, but I can't live with that on my conscience. Maybe you guys, maybe some of you can, and that's okay. If you can, you're gonna be the one to have to deal with it, right? But I
Mm.
can't, I can't, I can't live with that on my conscience. So I
Mhm.
chose to do the opposite and was just to say a prayer, because what does it cost me? It didn't cost me any extra. It didn't cost me my salvation. It didn't cost me. I'm not looking like a goofy because I decided to pray for someone who I thought may have needed it. He ain't play on my head in no type of way, form, or fashion, right? This ain't make me say, oh my God, I'm gonna be his best friend. I'm gonna walk the road with him. I still don't like him. But honey, I can pray for those I don't like neither. I will pray for a stranger, okay? Because it costs me nothing.
I and let's be clear. I understand some people put their ass in the crack they in, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a. You know what they used to say? I'm not. Oh no, I ain't gonna say that. That'll get us flagged for sure. I'm not a.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna attack. I'm not gonna attack you when I know you're already in a weakened state.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's a thing of an age thing and where I am now, because I mean there was a time, baby, I wouldn't give a damn.
Right.
I don't. It didn't even matter what some. I didn't even care what somebody was going through. Whatever I felt like I needed to say or do, baby, that what was gonna happen.
Me too. Me too.
You,
I've been
you know.
y'all know I was there. Shit, I'm still there at times. I'm still working on it because I'm healing, I'm not healed. So there are times where I still say the wrong thing at the wrong motherfucking time. And then sometimes I turn back and be like, bitch, you ain't even have to say all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But
Yeah.
I can't say that I'm never gonna do it again. So don't hold me to that, because like I said, I'm healing, I'm not healed. So I can't say that there's gonna be a time that I don't speak out of turn again. Again. Because that's just me.
Right. Mm-hmm. Baby,
Um uh,
baby, I cuss a motherfucker out any day, time, or location. I don't really
Now
give a
I wanna
damn about it.
if we can, I want to change the subject real briefly, y'all, because I saw something on the news, and something has been flowing on the internet, and I haven't really heard too many people speak about it.
What?
There was a popular YouTube couple who were pregnant. They were expecting, and when they do the test, and they got the test back stating that the baby may have like Down syndrome or something. I can't say
Okay.
exactly what it was. And they chose to abort the baby. They chose to not go do with the pregnancy. And they knew to look out for this because apparently it runs in one of their families.
Right. It's a
So
chromosomal issue. So yeah.
right. So they knew to be on the lookout for this, and this is why they had those tests done at the stage that they did, and
Right.
they chose to not go through with the pregnancy, and they're getting a lot of slack from that. So I wanted to get you guys' opinions. How
Really?
do you guys feel about that?
Mm. You want me to? Are you looking
Yeah.
at comments? Oh,
Anybody? Hi, happy 4th, Marie. I'm gonna drop the link just in case anybody want to come up and speak on that. Go ahead, OG. You can give
yes.
your opinion.
I was just gonna say that I feel like I feel like a personal choice. Like it was their choice, right? And they made it. I think working in some of the areas I worked in before I retired, I know that I know what people say or think goes on, but the truth is most of the time when people make these type of choices, it's not easy for them, right? It really isn't. And I feel like a lot of families find this out when they have this testing done,
Mm-hmm.
and they make different choices, and I feel like no matter that, it's just their choice. I really feel that way, like the bottom of my heart. I feel that way. Like
Mm-hmm.
you I could understand it. Maybe what if they don't have what if something, one of their things on their plate, they don't have the finances to care properly? Because let's be
Mm-hmm.
clear, the medical system in the US is shit. I don't give a damn about nobody gonna say it is unless you got amount of money so you can get certain insurance. So it could have been that. It could have been if it runs in their family, whoever side they're familiar with. So I feel like it's their choice. I know a lot of people don't agree with that. A lot of people don't think you should have a choice. Period. When it
Mm-hmm.
come to your body, they feel like they should tell you what the fuck to do with it. But I don't feel
Mm-hmm.
that way. And I mean at all in any case. I don't care,
Mm-hmm.
some babies when they do this testing or they do an ultrasound, they find out that they may have hydrocephalia, right? With the
Mm-hmm.
water on their brain. Or maybe they have spina bifida. You never know what you're going to find when you're just testing in these scans.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to respect their choice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's just how I feel about it now.
I agree also. I see a lot of people, some of the opinions are different from each other. Some people are saying that it was their choice. Some people are saying that, that under any circumstances, a child is a blessing and they wouldn't have made that decision. Some
Mhm.
people are saying they don't know and, that they truly don't know. Um, I basically feel like once again that it's their decision. Um, we don't know if this couple felt as if they had the mental capacity to deal
Mhm.
with it. Because remember, you may be well equipped to take care of something financially, but that doesn't mean that mentally you're gonna
Mhm.
be able to handle it. Um, and I feel like once again, none of us have to raise that child. And I'm not saying that this is the decision that I would have made, right? Because personally, I agree that a child is a blessing, right?
Mhm.
And what's mine is mine, right? And I'm going to go to the end of earth doing whatever I have to do to care for this child who didn't ask to be here, right? But that doesn't mean that I knock their decision because once again, as a educator, I see the other end of what these parents have to go through.
Right.
And I understand that some of them are not mentally equipped to deal with it.
Right.
Um, like an example, look at Queen Op,
Mm.
right? An example, and she may be a horrible example, but this is one person who, she was given this baby, as she was given many others, and she hasn't taken care of it of none that she brought into this world. Okay, and
Mm.
instead of getting the little girl help, right? She says, okay, do your stem and shit. Do your stem and shit. she has made like she has made everything else in her life a moment
What?
of exploitation. She has chose to
Mm.
exploit this little girl and her having autism. And she gets up there, oh, do your stim and shit. And she makes excuses for her hitting her. Like, oh, that's just her autism. Like she cannot be taught. So you like some people are just not mentally equipped to handle
Mm.
these blessings and no matter in what form or shape they may come in.
Uh,
And I feel like we need less children out here abused because they've came into a home that is not equipped to take care of them, whether it be financially or mentally. And
mm-hmm.
I feel like when we start taking these decisions from people, when we start taking the power out of these people's hands, and I don't think that that these that excuse me, I don't think that abortion or anything should be used as a contraceptive, right? But I do
Mm-hmm.
think that when we start to take the decisions out of the homes of these people, we leave these children susceptible to a lot more abuse.
Mm. Well, I agree. I don't. It's just I it's tough, and I see where calling out nonsense talked about. She said a couple things, but one of the things she said, like I said, I can't respond type back on Kick
Thank you,
side,
Jax. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but she said that they would have insurance and stuff because they would because of that diagnosis they would get a check,
Right.
and that's true. But do you honestly do you know how jammed that way of insurance is? And it's an HMO. So 90% of the doctors or the people they're going to see are going to have to be within that network in wherever,
Mm-hmm.
whatever area they're in. So it's not like they got that and they got a PPO. That's not the case, and they got to stay within network. Like they got to have a referral. They got that is if you've ever worked in that area, understand that area it is so hard. And I'm not saying, you know, you got to make that's what I'm saying. Maybe they didn't want to. Maybe they financially couldn't. That's why I said that part of it. She said, oh, someone brought up the insurance. And let's be clear. I don't know who don't know this or not, but this is a conversation I have had in the past with someone. Every child who has a diagnosis that qualifies for SSD does not necessarily get that check. Okay? They
Mm-hmm.
don't. Because and I know that for a fact because I have a child who has multiple diagnoses that even one of them would qualify him, but they do what is called a financial affidavit.
Right.
And the lady seen our financial affidavit and said, oh, even if y'all lost the income, y'all wouldn't qualify
Right.
financially. They didn't even get into the medical stuff that we were dealing with, and Zane was still nonverbal.
Right.
So let's remember that everybody don't have everything, and sometimes for some of those, let me tell you, it is hard. I spend $250 a week in copays for my child's therapist. And there is no relief for us because everything I find is income based. And I know y'all, everybody probably thinking, well, you got a lot of money. No, the fuck we don't. Very few people in
Mm-hmm.
today's economy can spend $1,000 a month religiously on copays. And that's not
Mm-hmm.
counting the $100 a week we spend for food therapy for the foods he eats because they ain't got bougie ass taste. He like
He
sushi, not
do.
chicken wings.
Right. Right.
So let's be clear. Like sometimes there are struggles outside of what mainstream just wants you to see. And I'm saying this
Mm-hmm.
is for everybody. This is just the reality for people. And so it's unfair to assume what someone's situation is or why their situation is what it is. Now, if they done told you it's some fuckery, then that's just what you know. You know what I'm saying? You only know what they tell
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not fair to assume or make assumptions of why it looks like it do. Because the truth is, all of us have different situations. And ain't none of our situations written in a textbook. It don't always work like that.
China says, Blicky, I really don't think that her child, she's referring to Queen is autistic. That baby wasn't diagnosed. That girl just putting on that baby is crazy. I
What?
agree. I agree. CP Entertainment said people just need to do what's right for them. Hey, Roxanne, thank you so much. He's coming along. He's still having a lot of swelling in his extremities, but he's coming along. He's coming along. He just really want to get back to work. His thing is he's really ready to get back to work, and I just want him to make sure that his body is ready for that. But he's
Mm.
okay, guys. Thank you so well. He's not okay. His kidneys are gonna have to be something that we're gonna have to watch for the rest of his life. But we're here. We're not complaining. We're not complaining. We're gonna take
Thank
what God
God.
has gave us, and we're gonna do the best we can each day. So thank you so much
That's
for
right.
you guys coming in and still expressing your concern, and you guys inboxing me and still expressing your concern and checking in on
Mm.
him and us. I thank you guys so much for that.
I love that.
Um, yes, and once again, if I don't respond, expeditiously, it may just be that I'm handling some things on the back end, and mentally, I just may be like, I can't do it today because I can't do it today. So, I gotta put me first, Lucius, as Cookie said. Okay,
Yes, Cookie.
I gotta put me first, Lucius. Um, so I, I think that even if this couple decided to make it, even if it was a vanity decision, morally, it's wrong. It's just it's but I do think that once again the decision is theirs, because I've seen too many children be mistreated because
Mm.
they don't either fit someone's life. And I know that's a horrible thing to say, and I'm not saying me, because I've had one child, guys. I've had one child. Okay, one child. um but a lot of children are going through abuse at the hands of the people who bring them into this world, because either the people are not financially equipped, mentally equipped, or either just because the child is not fitting their whatever quote unquote life is. And I don't think that children should be susceptible to that. And once again, I also don't think that abortion should be used as contraceptive.
Mm.
We, when we all lay down, we know that all of these things are possibilities, right?
Very
We know that
true.
all of these things are possibilities. So I think that
Hmm.
people do need to be more responsible. But in this case, I don't think that that was the reason why. I think that once again, this has ran in their family, and they knew to be on the lookout for these things. And this is why they had certain in-depth tests done early, and they made the decision. Now, I've also seen recently that it was a lady. She is actually a nurse, a young white lady, and she was actually pregnant and she lost the baby. Okay. Now
Mm.
she lost the baby, but due to the laws where she stay, she was not able to get a DNC.
What?
The baby had to be a certain amount of time. Okay. And
Mm.
I'm gonna look up the story so that I can share it with you guys more in depth, right? Because she actually, they traveled to Florida. I'm not sure if she was from a certain part of Florida, but she went to Disney World, and she even went to Disney World with this fetus in her, and the fetus was not viable. Okay? But
Oh
once
wow.
again, due to the laws where she was actually from, it was too soon for her to get a DNC. So
Wow.
while she was in Disney World, she scheduled an appointment with a doctor there. She saw it, and it was still too soon for her to get a DNC. So she came to the internet crying and distraught because she's like, listen, I'm scared that I'm going to go septic.
Yep.
I'm walking around with this fetus in me that's no longer viable, right? I'm
Mm.
scared of what it's doing on the inside. I'm scared of, the repercussions that my body is going to have, that my body is going to face. And I'm just in awe at these laws, right?
Good Lord.
Because this lady has went to the doctor. She has went to the doctor every step of the way. She was ready to bring a healthy baby into this world. She found out that that the baby was no longer alive, right? And she needed to get this removed medically because of a medical reason, not because of vanity, not because of trying to decide that she wasn't ready, not as using this as a way of contraceptive, but due to the law, she still wasn't able to get this removed. And this was as of last week, I saw this story. So I'm gonna look it up again on TikTok and see can I find her and see can I find a story so that I can share it with her because guys, we actually are walking around in a world where we have to, as women, we have to walk around with how can I medically, OG? What am I looking for medically? How
Uh,
can I say that medically?
mm, what exactly?
That that with an expired fetus, how do I say it, without sounding insensitive, because we know that the medical word is expired, right? When someone is no longer here, they say that this person has expired, but it's insensitive. So how do
Right.
I
Well,
say it?
depending on how far along she was, is called a
Right,
spontaneous abortion
right.
medically.
She is walking around and she is now prone to, her body can go septic, so many things can happen, but because of the law, they still won't legally allow her to have this removed.
Mm. So, okay. So I'm looking at the Florida law concerning a spontaneous abortion, and it says the law changes if you're 20 weeks or if you are past 20 weeks or at
Mhm.
or under 20 weeks. So there is a law at 6 weeks. Like they got a lot of different I this is kind of crazy. I knew it had all changed. And so I'm assuming based on what they said to her that maybe she was further along.
Right,
And so I don't know. I do know medically speaking that it is not healthy to continue to retain that tissue because medically that's what it's considered to retain that tissue once it's, you know,
right.
gone. It's not alive anymore.
It was
So
really
I'm
sad
not
to see her. It was really sad to see that at this state, and at this, as far as we have come, to see that we are still so far behind, to see her on the internet appealing to lawmakers and appealing to, a doctor that would do it, and do it as soon as possible, because she was, very scared of what was happening on the inside. She was walking
right.
around with this fetus in her, non-viable fetus in her, for like 2 weeks, you know?
That that is crazy. Let me Google how long you gotta wait. Gotta wait for a DNC.
Laws have changed for the worse for women. Yes.
You ain't lying. It is horrible.
But it's hold on, let me mute because I got an idiot in my house.
Oh, most of the time though, like, you should, once they say that the fetus is gone, then generally a DNC would follow that. But and depending on how far along she is, see, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because
Uh-huh.
maybe a DNC, maybe depending on the stage, maybe she needed to actually go through labor
Right.
instead of just a DNC being sufficient.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know, because all of that matters in the decisions that were being made medically and
Mm-hmm.
legally off what I'm
Mm-hmm.
reading, right? So,
It's just really sad, and I just really urge everybody to really look into the people that we are voting for and putting into office, because when we start to take away, I think that no matter what anybody's religious, beliefs are, when we are starting to put laws into place that are impacting people once they're walking around with the non-viable fetus in them,
right.
I think that we really need to sit down at the drawing board again. And I think that's the least, that's the nicest way to put it, is that we need to sit down at the drawing board again, because this wasn't a decision that she made. This wasn't a decision that she was making. She didn't make a decision to lose this baby.
Right. So what I found online is it said there's no medical requirement to wait for a DNC after a miscarriage. The procedure can be performed immediately following the diagnosis. However, scheduling delays often happen due to operating room availability, required pre-op testing, and your doctor's surgical schedule. Many women are booked within a week of their diagnosis.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So so I tell you, okay.
I'm gonna look up the exact story because I would love to share that with you guys. It happened, during the height of when I was in the hospital with my son, so I really wasn't able to indulge in it the way that I wanted to. But I'm really gonna look into it, and I'm just getting my head back into the good game, guys. So please bear with me for being unprepared and not being able to actually show you these two stories. I'm here, guys. I'm trying to work some things out emotionally, financially, and everything. So
That's
just
true, smile.
bear with me,
That's
but
right.
I'm gonna come more equipped and be able to show you, because I like to pull up these stories and be able to let you guys make your own informed decision. So tonight I'm gonna look into this story and share it with you guys on YouTube so we can look at it and we can all come back and make a better, and have a better conversation regarding these two things.
Right. At least you brought it up. Let's be clear. Hell,
Because I
these
haven't
type of
seen it.
things,
I haven't seen it, anywhere.
these types of
Anywhere.
things
And
don't
I
get talked about.
mhm. And I watch so many different things, and I just
Mm-hmm.
haven't seen it brought up anywhere. And I think that these are the conversations that I want to, I just, guys, we like to talk about a little bit of everything. We like to indulge in the mess. We like to indulge in the drama, but then we also like to talk about real life things. And for some of us who are done procreating, it may not affect us, but we have nieces, we have children, some of you have
Daughters.
granddaughters,
Yeah.
right? And these laws are impacting their futures and
Mm-hmm.
ultimately their health.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Because you have to remember, when these types of laws change, it changes women's health care.
Right.
It's not, it doesn't, these laws run deeper than just carrying a fetus.
Right.
And I think that we have been taught, because let's be clear, women, us as women, we ain't been able to have a lot of say so for a lot of time
Okay.
in history. Let's be clear about it. So I think sometimes people just could carry on in that same loop de loop we was talking about earlier,
Right.
where they just continue to do the same thing and believe what they're told. But listen, when you're voting on women's rights and their ability to make choices with their body, it is much deeper than just fetus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have to know, we have to research, we have to understand. So to be able to have these conversations where everyone can bring what it is that they understand, what it is that they have learned or read or researched, and we can, what's going on in their state, in their area, we really can begin to have these conversations, so that way we can learn and we can really support one another in what we are really fucking dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How many
That part.
conservatives are you pissing off in your comments? I'm a registered fucking veteran independent and I don't really give a fuck if you're mad. I served this country for you to fucking be able to have an opinion, and me too. That's my response.
And I really don't care about pissing people off. Y'all know that. I done piss people off. Better be pissed off than pissed on. Okay? I really don't care about pissing people off. It won't be the first time. It won't be the last.
Hey,
Okay?
baby, listen, shit.
You can't satisfy everybody, but as a woman, I'm gonna continue to speak on women's issues, women's rights. Because once again, I'm done procreating. I'm not having no more babies. I swallow all mine. But honey, I have nieces who are coming up who are still getting down and dirty. And I believe
Baby.
that they have a right.
Yep.
Okay, I believe that they have a right. I believe that all women have a right. Okay, and once again, I don't
Yes.
believe. And once again, I do not believe that people should be using these things as contraceptives. I do not believe that. I don't believe. Oh, it's a oops. You know when you're laying down and you're making these decisions to go raw dog. You know all of the things that can come with it, i.e., diseases, i.e., babies, i.e., a life change, huge life changes, right? But
Mm,
I do believe in a person's right. So
that's
that's
right.
just me. So I really don't care about who I pissed off. Who I pissed off. I just think that these conversations need to remain on the table.
If you made them mad, they most likely to come the fuck back. Hell, this is social medias.
Right.
I mean, let's be clear. But
Okay.
you know, I don't know if you saw the comment where Madam, she said, and it stuck out to me because she said, you know, this is why she's not having children. And you
Right.
know, I had my daughter, my oldest, well, the second oldest daughter of all of our six, but she is my only biological daughter. Summer.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be 29 this year, and she has always said she's not having no kids. And so,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
our other two daughters, they both have children and are married.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of times people ask, like, well, what is Summer doing? And I be like, as her mama, I gets fucking offended by that. Because I be like, what do you mean? What is she doing? She working, she building her investment portfolio, she matching her 401 fucking K, she taking me to the store, she helping me, she cook dinner, like she do all of this shit. What the fuck do you mean? What is she doing? Because I said she ain't have. Baby, what she doing is better than you, bitch. That what she doing. And I say
And she's
all of that to
amazing
say,
fucking auntie. And she's an amazing fucking auntie to the children who you understand. So just because everybody's goal is not to have children, everybody's goal is not to be a housewife, everybody's goal is not to manage work and motherhood. And that's
that right.
okay. Once again, those choices lie within that person, and they have the right to their fucking choice. And I agree. Someone just said that even when when the discussions of perimenopause and menopause, right? Even these things need to be talked about. A
Yeah,
lot of
Lord.
us go to these doctors with these questions, and they're looking at us like we're crazy, or they're just shoving some medicine on us. They're not giving us they're not telling us like, okay, well, you're in this stage, you're peri, or you're this, or you're that. You know what and a lot of us, so some people are going through these things, they're having neuropathy, feeling like things are crawling on them, hearing shit in their ear
Mm-hmm.
ringing and shit, and they don't know what the hell going on. They just think they're fucking bugging, and not knowing that these are all signs of perimenopause.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then and the thing is, people like to think it's an age, like there's certain things happen at certain, listen, we're all different. Like for me, my last ovary was removed in
Mm-hmm.
December 2016. That's
Mm-hmm.
how long I had been postmenopausal.
Mm-hmm.
People think, they don't even understand like the stages. So, like, perimenopause is what lasts so long.
Mm-hmm.
Menopause lasts exactly 12 months from your last menstrual cycle. So, when you go 12 months without a cycle, that's considered menopause.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you post fucking menopausal. So,
Mm-hmm.
really going into perimenopause, and let's be clear, just like our children are seeing a lot of more hormonal things, and Blicky, I'm right. Y'all see it real good at the school. These
Mm-hmm.
children are earlier developing things. They're ever because our cycles into puberty for male and female, but for young girls in particular, it happens when our body gets to a certain body fat percentage. It's really not an age thing. That's why
Mm-hmm.
some child female athletes don't really have a regular menstrual cycle till they're older.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
as these things happen and they change, just like that happens early on, that happens to us on the other end, on the way out in reverse. So, we have to begin to, as women, be comfortable having these conversations and teaching those female children around us the truth about their bodies, not to be ashamed, but to understand. Because in that, then they can make better choices for them.
And right, and they can learn how to be their best advocates. Because when you
Yes.
go to these doctors, you have to feel open with telling them, what you're feeling and what you're going through, and not feeling shamed about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, these are the changes that I'm going through this month or the past couple of months. Like, medically, let me know what I'm going through. I can say what I'm feeling, but medically, let me know, is there a name for this? We are our biggest advocates. And once again, and if you have a doctor who you feel like is just swiping your insurance card or your debit card or whatever, and they're not getting to the bottom of it, and they're rushing you in and out, and so they can see as many as they can throughout the day, and they're not taking the time, it's okay to move along until you find someone who's going to sit with you and give you that time needed, to properly diagnose you, and not
Right.
just shoving a pill down your throat.
That's right. Yep.
We are
For
our
women,
biggest
our
advocates.
health. That's right. And
Yes.
our health is so non-textbook. Because remember, women ain't matter. We was just property. You had to
Okay.
do everything through your husband.
Okay.
So let's remember that, and that's not too far back. So these books and stuff that is written is based on motherfucking penises,
Okay.
you
Okay.
know? So we got to talk to each other and figure some shit out. Baby, women's health and women's medical health is changing. The mental health is changing. Listen, it is because they learning. Do you know when
Mm-hmm.
I first got off active duty and I went to the VA? Do you know that I was like, oh, hell no. It was mostly men. They didn't have women's services. The VA didn't even provide pap smears then.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I had to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen, and I ain't but 49.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoyed this. I thank you for allowing this type of conversation in this space.
You're
Because you
welcome.
might not get a lot of views. You generally don't. I'm sorry when we be talking about this stuff. But it really do matter. And I love that you make a place where it is a safe place. It doesn't matter if the
Doesn't matter
comments
if the
agree or disagree,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I just want to thank you for that because nobody really talks about this shit for real.
I know. Let me tell you something. You know how I feel. You know when I had to go to the doctor when I felt like I was in here gonna pass out a couple of months ago, and you kept saying, "All right now," and I was having brain fog and things like that, and you was like, "All right now, when you going to the doctor?"
Mm-hmm.
And you was on my case, and then let her cuss me out and was like, I don't want to hear nothing. Get your ass to the doctor. And I told you when they took me to the hospital, and I hate this hospital. It's so close. And let me not say I hate this hospital because they treated my son so well.
Who
They
they
treated my
did.
son well. They treated him well. So let me
Thank
not say
God.
that. But it's a neighborhood hospital, and they're overwhelmed. They're overworked, right? Even though I did have to call the state while my son was in there because they had no AC. Okay, so I did have to
Mm.
contact the state about that because, honey, I am a caller. The pen is mightier than the sword. Okay, and I did have to contact the state because how is this a hospital where we have all these germs flying around and it's like a walking petri dish in here? It's hot. It's hot as hell. The nurses are walking around with bags of ice on their necks.
Mm.
Okay, and it's hot as hell. Like, so we're just letting all the germs fester. Okay, I've never been to a hospital where it's that goddamn hot. What's going on? So I did have to make a call to the state, which they got on it real well. They got on it real quick. I went in there one day and it was Elsa, and I was like, "Ooh, see what happens." See what happens, right? But because of the community we're in, and I'm gonna express this, the
Mm.
ignorance that lies in the fucking community. People would rather go in there arguing with the nurses and the doctors when this is out of their control instead of placing the correct calls to the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I went in there, had to shut that shit down. Okay. Request to the state, and I got a reply by the morning, and something letting me know that they were on it and they were going there to check it out ASAP. Okay, thank you. And by that next afternoon, honey, it was Elsa in there. The cold never bothered me anymore. Okay,
Let
so
it go. Let it
okay, it was
go.
Elsa in that motherfucker. Okay, so um I when I went remember when I got inside the ambulance, I told you that they told me they were taking me to that hospital, and I was like, listen, I'm not a pill pot. I ain't somebody coming in here looking for a pill, and I'm not looking for a cheese sandwich. Okay. I got cheese in my house. If I feel like I'm not getting the services that I need or the attention that I need, I'm gonna sign myself out against medical advice and I'm gonna go to another hospital. And he
Right.
in the ambulance driver assured me, he said, I'm gonna speak to them on your behalf. I'm gonna advocate for you. And he advocated, and I did get treated very well. I must admit that. Okay. But I'm very big on, if I'm not gonna sit somewhere where I know that I'm being treated as just another number. Or you
That's
see
right.
so many people coming here, you're overwhelmed, you're overworked, you're dealing with a lot of homeless, you're dealing with a lot of people who's coming in here with addiction and they're just looking for their next fix. So I'm very
Mm-hmm.
well on advocating. You're not gonna treat me as such. Because
Yeah,
I am either
hello.
or.
And like I told you,
And
give me that number. I call that.
That she definitely said that. She said, "Sis, if you feel like, give me that number and I'm on their ass, okay?" And I got treated. I got the service and the that I needed, and that everyone needs, right? And
Mm-hmm.
just once again, it's just about advocating for yourself and and making sure you're teaching not only your sons or your daughters, teaching both of them to advocate for themselves when they walk inside inside these environments, guys.
Yes.
I'm very big on it, and I'm not shameful. I will call whoever I need to call if I feel like I'm not being treated the way that I need to.
Right. That's true. Calling out nonsense. She said, but see, Blicky, that should not be needed. That's very, very true. Oh,
And you know
Colette.
what? I understand that it should not be needed, but also I blame some of our own people. What's wrong? That's not gunshots.
Mm.
That's not gunshots. That's fireworks. I also blame some of our own people. And when I say some of our own people, I mean some of my people, some of my black and brown people. Because once again, we'll get out here and fight about the dub, we'll fight amongst each other about some of the craziest shit. But we won't advocate where it needs to be advocated. And I say that because once again, guys, I'm living in this building where I've been advocating for the lady underneath me, right? The mom, the older lady. She's maybe like 80 or 90. I've been advocating for her. To get the help for her daughter. Her daughter's maybe like my age in her 40s. And
Mm.
this when I tell y'all last week, I almost made a horrible decision. Can let me be transparent with y'all. This lady is now banging on the walls. Okay. And when I say she's banging on the walls, she's taking like a stick or something and she is banging on all of the walls all throughout her apartment. So
Mm.
it will be 1 o'clock in the morning and you hear bang, boom, bang, boom. You guys know I have called elderly abuse. I've spoke to management. I've called the officers here plenty of times. It's been times where I've called the officers 3 times in a week to come and do a wellness check on a mom, right? And the mom also deserves peace, right? This is an elderly lady. She walks bent over. But
Wow.
also, I blame my neighbors. I blame my
Mm.
neighbors because when I started to make a stink of it and started calling the law, a couple of people told me, "Oh, we've been dealing with this for 15 years. We've been dealing with this for how many years?" And I'm like, "Huh? What the
Mm.
fuck?" Like, so you guys mean to
Wow.
tell me that you live where you pay your rent at and your children can't even sleep peacefully? You guys are moving the rooms that they sleep in because as soon as you walk into the building, you can hear this lady going the fuck off, okay?
Wow.
Going having a psychosis, bullying the mom. And now, because we are starting to call a law, she has decided to start banging through the fucking walls. So, guys, let me tell you something. I know when people play crazy, right? So, I got a little metal stick. I got a little metal stick. And you guys know my baby was in the hospital. So I made a horrible decision last week. I decided to match her crazy. I decided to show her what it is like when you play crazy. So I went downstairs, and when she started banging on the walls, I took that stick and I banged on the door, and I told her ass to shut the hell up because you're playing crazy. Leave your mother alone. Shut the hell up. And do you know she got absolutely quiet? She don't like when other people make noise. She don't like when other people make noise. But I feel like I can't allow myself to match her crazy. Because, honey, some people play crazy and some of us pray every day to keep our cuckoo in a motherfucking clock, right? But because
Okay.
you know how to get quiet when the cops come, because you get quiet when someone matches your energy, I know that is something in you that knows to stop your motherfucking bullshit.
Hmm. Say
But
that shit.
I cannot let my cuckoo come out the clock. So I cannot do it the way that she does it, right? Because once again, I pray every day to keep this bitch in the clock. I pray every day that this cuckoo remains inside the fucking clock because I am not ready to deal with the consequences that happens when she comes out of the clock. I have a career. I have a life. I'm not willing to give that up just because this bitch is down there playing crazy. Okay. So 2 times last week I went down there and I banged on the door and her ass got completely quiet. And I said it. I said, every time that you play crazy, I'm gonna come down here and show you what crazy like. And her ass got quiet. Okay. She got completely fucking quiet. Okay. We like people come to visit me and they call me to my bathroom, like, come here, come here. What's going on? You hear her cussing the mother out. Like, this lady deserves peace. It's a process with elderly abuse. And also it's a process because sometimes the mom will advocate for her to be taken out by the police. And then sometimes she says, oh, she's okay. She's just going through something.
Okay.
So it's a process. But I'm mad at my neighbors because you bitches will get together and be nosy and y'all know everybody business and all up and through here. But nobody has gotten together and went to management and said that this is a nuisance, that this is not a proper quality of life. So I'm upset with the people who I live around. It's like, what the fuck have you guys been doing for 15 years that you guys have been putting up with this? And you guys are saying, like, listen, we can't even, my grandkids can't even sleep in their room at night. We have to, move their room or, like, nobody has gotten together as a people. Like, come on, we got to do better. You stand for something or you fall for any motherfucking thing.
Mm-hmm. Right. Very true. Agreed, Matter. Sometimes you got to keep that little motherfucker out the clock. She said sometimes you got to keep the cuckoo out the clock.
Well, honey, I went down there. I told you I went down there 2 days last week. My hair sticking up on my head, honey. And I went down there and I took that stick, honey, and I went up across that motherfucking door so fucking hard and I let it be. And she was right on the other side of it. Cause she was like, stop knocking on my door. And I said, bitch, let me tell you something. Every time you play crazy, I'm gonna bring my ass down here because you're not crazy. Cause when the cops come, you get real quiet. So you're not crazy. So every time that you show your ass, I'm gonna show you mine's, and mine's is huge. Okay. And I know the people in the building was like, damn, now we dealing with two crazy bitches. Yes, the fuck you are. Hello. It's me.
Everybody need a stick.
Okay. Listen. I had to really and then I came up here and I prayed and I was like, God, show me a better way to deal with it. Because I was hoping that she would open that door and I could beat her ass one good time, y'all. I was like, just one good time. Let me just choke her out for the mother and everything. Let me just choke her out so that the mother could get some peace and we could get some peace. And I was like, Lord, I know that's not the way to handle it. I'm trying to move better. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to live better. God, show me a better way to deal with it.
Open the door.
I wanted her to open the door because I tell you, I just wanted the two-piecer. Boom, boom. I wanted to give it to her. I'm telling you, I wanted to give it to her. Cause she's scary. She see you outside and she's very meek and mild. She's very scary. But behind that door, she's a bully to that lady. So, guys, I just had to be transparent and let y'all know my cuckoo came out the clock last week.
Shit.
That bitch was speaking. Cuckoo. That bitch was peeking through the clock, y'all. She was peeking through the clock.
That's one of the things that bind us together. Our cuckoo.
Right. Christine, I got videos. When she starts her crazy, I turn off the AC, I turn off the TV, and I video it. You can hear it clearly on video from my apartment. You can hear it clearly on video from my apartment. So when the cops come, they're like, at one point they were asking me, like, do you guys know each other? And I'm like, no, I don't even fucking know her. I didn't know her until my son got frustrated that day and went downstairs. I don't know the lady. Like, I don't know her. I was like, we've never had no interactions. We've never had no nothing. So the day when I went to go bang on her door, her neighbor was coming up and he was like, and I was like, and nobody don't call the fucking cops but me. And he was like, no, we have. I don't fucking believe it. He was like, no, we have. I don't fucking believe it because the cops wouldn't be asking me if I had a personal vendetta with this crazy bitch. If other people are making the same complaints that I have, I call 311. I make noise complaints. I call the cops. I've spoken to management. I've made a complaint with elderly abuse, and it's all just unfortunately a process.
Everything's a goddamn process these days, and they hope you get tired of processing so you will stop. I don't care what
Right.
they say. I believe that's everybody's plan now. Everything's a fucking process, and they hope you get tired of processing before you get an answer. That's what the hell they hope for. I'm sick of these motherfuckers, all
Well,
of them.
madams, I could say, madam said, listen, she would get threats every time I saw her. I would scare her into insanity. So listen, my son saw her the other day and she was outside. He said she was outside with a bright pink. We're going. And I said, you should have told her to shut the hell up. He said, I did. And let me tell you something. You know, she was quiet for 2 days. She just started the day making a little bit of noise.
Oh, wow.
She just started today making a little bit of noise. So hopefully, you know, I just don't want it to end badly because I'm telling you, I really saw myself her opening that door and I really saw myself like jumping on her and giving her some work so she could shut the fuck up and leave this lady alone and stop being a nuisance, right? And stop threatening the mother because you hear her all day telling the mother she's gonna be the ass, shut the hell up, and then you know when she's just absolutely talking out her head because she's talking about her dad, which is no dad down there. She's talking about
Mm.
her dad, someone trying to sleep with her dad, and she's just like literally having a psychosis. And it's
Oh,
crazy
wow.
because with mental health the way it is, these are the things that now we have to deal with. Like these are the things that we are literally living with now. And I really blame our people because nobody is standing up. Nobody is making the calls. Nobody's out voting. Nobody's out doing the shit that we should. But whenever such and such is in their apartment fighting, you know everything. Or if such and such is in your parking space, you want to beef about that. Or like it's dumb shit that we come together about. We'll convene for dumb shit to know everybody's business, but we won't convene together as tenants and go down here and express our rights as tenants to live a proper quality of life. So I sometimes the ignorance like overwhelms me, and I just want to cuss everybody the fuck out. Right? Exactly.
But it is
So
sad. It's a
guys,
sad day for housing in some areas. You know, like
right?
what's available, what is affordable.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, right here where we live, like, these people making, I live in a very rural area, and the rent $1,700 a month. The fuck? Who is able to pay that?
And people think because you're in the projects you pay $2. No, honey, not all of us pay
Not
$2,
everybody.
honey. Not because they go court. Not all of us pay $2, honey. And as soon as I with the income that I will make if I had steady shifts as a teacher right now, right, and with me reporting that I also make money from social media, they was like, "Oh, bitch, okay, we you could pay all this shit, honey, and I can't pay none of it because I'm suspended on social media. And right now it's the summertime. We not getting no shifts like that. We getting shifts here and there." And far and few in between. I got one shift last week, $130. Okay. By the time they taxed it, I got 118. Okay.
Mm.
So I'm not making no fucking money, honey, but they're not going according to that. They're going according to what I would be making. Okay. So these people, like everybody not paying $2 just because you in the projects. And we all
Hello,
don't have and we all don't have food stamps
Section
and
8.
everything else. Right.
That's right.
So once again, if you guys would like to support the channel, you guys can support the channel. My financial institutions are flowing across the bottom of the screen, right? And this is also why I am heavily engaged in writing these children's books because guys, I know that I'm gonna have my house with the lake and I'm no longer gonna have to deal with um the neighbors under me
Show
acting a fool.
is.
It's not even the neighbors on top of me. You think I would be more concerned with the neighbors walking on top of me? You don't hear them. It's the lady downstairs acting a fucking fool. Okay, so this is why I'm heavily engaged with having my hands into everything. And guys, if you can. please support the channel. And if you can't support the channel, when you get a chance, buy a book for one of the children in your neighborhood, your grandkids, or anything. Remember, we just started the medical series where we have my friend Kyrie has leukemia, which was inspired by my godson who passed away at 6 years old due to childhood leukemia. And I'm gonna end this live because they're doing fireworks right under my window, and I know you guys hear that. Um we also have Hearing the World My Way, which is about a young girl who uses a hearing aid, and she's teaching the kids about what it's like to live life with a hearing aid and teaching them about all the new things because technology has come so far. And some of these hearing aids are able to be Bluetooth connected and can play music directly through the hearing aid, right? Some of these
Yep.
things can connect to your TV. They can. So we are actively, guys, when I tell you, we are actively I'm actively trying to get this house while educating these children on social norms and academics every step of the way, guys. Okay. And it's all available on Amazon. Okay, guys. It's all available on Amazon. So when they say that we're not doing nothing but hitting the button and talking shit, y'all make sure y'all let them know, that girl is a author on Amazon. Okay. With children
Author.
books. Right, with children books under her belt. And I just finished another one on pool safety, guys, because I've read about the content creator whose daughter passed away. His 2-year-old daughter passed away in the pool. He wasn't home on Father's Day. She was with the family, and his 2-year-old daughter passed away, in the pool. So I just finished one on pool safety that we're gonna put up for review on Amazon this week, guys. So please make sure that you guys try to get a book for your children or the schools or whatever in your neighborhood, guys. And thank you so much for coming through and hanging with us today. I didn't expect the views to be much because I know that once again, it's a holiday and a lot of people are out enjoying a holiday with their family. But I wanted to make sure that I went
Yes.
live and got my time in, guys. So thank you guys for being here today. Thank you guys for voicing your opinions, whether it was indifference or alike. You all are welcomed here. Thank you, OG, for
Yes.
coming up. Thank you
You, I
guys
had
who
fun.
listened, even though some of the topics were a trigger for them, and still discussing it as adults, right? Because everybody is
Mm-hmm.
entitled to their opinion. And that's what Two Girls One Mic is about. So
That's
thank
right.
you guys. We love you guys, and we'll be back for Soul Food Sunday tomorrow. Love you guys, and I'm praying for everyone who needs a prayer, guys. Okay, and then remember, it takes nothing to be kind. We have our days of trolling, we have our days of talking shit, we have our days of getting the bitches' asses, but it also takes nothing to be kind because we never know the battles that others are facing. So we love you guys, and continue to enjoy your holiday. Look up OG, say cheese.
Cheese, motherfucker.